All right, this is Mark. Do you realize you can fold the Bible in half? Or just simply open it up in the middle? Like, I don't know exactly where in the middle. But the beginning tells the end, and the end tells the beginning. The Bible says God calls back the past. So he's returning the past. Just like my history teacher used to say, history repeats itself. He used to say history repeats itself. And he said the only thing we learn from history is that people do not learn from history. So you've got the Garden of Eden in the beginning. Yeah. You've got the Garden of Eden in the beginning. And you've got a river that divides into four rivers, one river that divides into four rivers in Genesis, the early parts of Genesis, and in Revelation. And you've got the tree of life. And you have the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We've all taken of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, or we all have a knowledge of good and evil. We didn't necessarily do directly what we're commanded not to do, but I think most of us have. I mean, like, to start with, but I think most of us have. And yeah, so you got the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You have the tree of life, and that tree of life starts in Genesis, appears again in Revelation. So you've got Jews. They'll say, "Well, we don't accept the New Testament." Okay, just be convinced. As Paul said, let each of them be convinced in their own minds. But we have the tree of life in Genesis. We have the tree of life in Revelation. So it's presumed to be the last book, at least the last book of Jesus' times and the apostles' times. I think there'll be more added. But it was kind of like, the Revelation closed everything out. That was the attitude. But, 1st, 2nd Thessalonians closed things out as well. And I think 2nd Timothy closed things out as well. But yeah, it's in the middle of the Bible. You're seeing a lot of stuff that happened. The persecution of the prophets. You saw that with the Christians, the early Christians. It's the same thing. You're folding the Bible in half, or you're opening the Bible in the middle, and you're pulling. I mean, the beginning is different, but but the middle. The beginning is different. The beginning of the middle is different, but the end of the middle, you're talking about the same subjects. You've got, you have the darkness that came over when Jesus was crucified, and you have the darkness with Egypt. The same thing, children of Israel out of Egypt all over again.